They're having a lot of fun in this room. So we'll get started in just a minute. All right, hi everybody. Woo! Okay, everybody. Hi. Hi. Hello. I am not microphoned. Is that okay? Nobody came in and wanted to put that on me, so I assume I'm okay tonight. Hilda, am I okay without a microphone?
No, I need to mic you.
Okay. Sorry for just focusing on my boobs there for a minute. Hi, everybody online. I literally was like,
We're having too much fun.
We've been having a really good time, everybody online. Welcome to our new moon and Diwali ritual. You're in the right place. So I'm going to welcome everybody in the room. Just stay with me. I just want to turn it on so you didn't think we weren't coming. But just bear with me, and I'll be right back sitting here, too. All right. Hi, everybody. Hi. God, the energy in the room. I wish you guys were here in person, but I think you can feel it. Incredible energy. I'm so grateful. Hilda's going to put her hands down my dress for a minute. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tonight's going to be really special, and I think you probably already have a sense of that. So tonight is a combined celebration. Sure. Tonight's a combined celebration of Diwali, which is the Festival of Lights. Interesting. I'm so grateful for the lady that you just saw on that camera. Hilda does everything, and she's pretty amazing. So we have big props for Hilda tonight. Okay, bear with us, guys, as we've been having too much fun, and so now we're getting down to business. Okay, that's much better. Hi. Oh. Okay. So tonight, part of my intention tonight, and it's been really successful here in the room, and I hope you're having a sense of it too. We offered a lot of Diwali treasures in the shop so that you could create your own altar, right? You could have your own diya and light your own lamp. So the story of tonight in India, and by the way, if you were in India right now, you would be celebrating Diwali. This is one of the most important festivals of the entire year. This beautiful lady right here, who's passing out beautiful sweets, she's right there. Say hi, Sona. Oh, she loves it when I put her on the spot like that. The Scorpios love that. They hate that. So I'm really sorry, Sona. Please forgive me. She is CFO for Sage Goddess, but she also comes from India and has such a wealth of knowledge. She's been such an important teacher for me about this holiday and how to work authentically with Ganesha and Lakshmi, who are the two deities that we honor tonight. And so what we did tonight, we did traditional prayers for Ganesha. You always pray to Ganesha first on Diwali. And Ganesha, does anybody know what Ganesha does? What does Ganesha do? He removes obstacles. Sona, you got some highs from everybody online. They're saying hi and hello to their fellow Scorpio.
Oh, hi.
And it's almost Sona's birthday, which is a national holiday here at Sage Goddess. So we are preparing for the birth of Sona. We love our Sona. I'm very lucky, by the way, to have people like Hilda and Sona and Laura and Hannah and everyone on my team who is really committed to the work that we do and the things that we explore together. It's beautiful. So we pray to Ganesha first in traditional Hindu ceremony as the one who removes the obstacles. And then we pray to Lakshmi second, and she is the goddess of prosperity and wealth. And so the prayers to Lakshmi, the Lakshmi Puja, which is the prayer ceremony, the idea behind that is if you clean your house, She's not coming if it's dirty. Okay, I mean, this is not. You gotta get your stuff together for Lakshmi. She doesn't like a messy house. And actually, that's no joke. It's really true. I mean, you have to get your house together. If your house is clean and well lit tonight, she will visit your house and bring blessings of prosperity to your household for the rest of the year, for the entire year until next Diwali. And so what you're supposed to do tonight, it might sound kind of crazy to you, but you're supposed to light all of the lights in your house. Turn on if your husband's like mine, is going to be really upset about that. But electricity bills be damned. Turn on every light in your house and light all of your candles and put out all of your crystals. We have statues of Ganesha and Lakshmi. I have them at home too. And so you are supposed to light your incense and move the smoke over your statues to prepare them. And to show your reverence to these two deities from the Hindu tradition. And part of what I love is I think all of us feel fairly comfortable with the Hindu pantheon. You know, we've been working with them now for how long together? 5, 6, close to 7 years. And so hopefully over that time I've educated you enough about the Hindu pantheon that you feel comfortable engaging there. Tonight is also the new moon in Libra. Okay. And this is, I don't know about you, but I was really excited about this new moon, because Libra is the great equalizer. And this is a new beginning for you around freedom. It's a new beginning for you around really freeing yourself from constraints, old ways of thinking, old ways of behaving, old patterns in your relationship that you're so tired of. You don't even want to fight anymore. You're like, God, what are we even fighting about anymore? We've been fighting for 20 years or whatever, right? A new moon in Libra is about you finally saying, today's a new day, okay? Maybe I'm going to change the way I eat. Maybe I'm going to change the way I talk to myself. Maybe I'm going to, for this next lunar cycle, my intention for the next lunar cycle, just so you know, is spaciousness. Because one of the things that Libra gifts us as one of the primary air signs is they help us breathe. Other than my Libra rising, I have no air in my chart. So sometimes I literally have to tell myself, breathe. I'm on fire, right? So it's like, but you have to stop and breathe. And even your fire can't keep going without air. You know that, right? So it's like, sometimes I'm burning just to burn, and my fire's this big because I have no air to move it around, right? So this Libra new moon is about spaciousness in your life. Space to breathe, space to talk to your children, space to re-engage old friendships. I just started a women's circle with, bless you, with the moms in my neighborhood of kids who go to school with my kids. So it's a group of 25 women, and we are meeting once a month. Like, so I'm kindling that in my own life, like wanting to create new sacred spaces to build new relationships. And that's spaciousness to me. Because I don't know about you, but if you're a mom, most of the time our conversations are 2 seconds long. And it's mostly about some bad stuff that's happening. Like, oh, my kid has lice. Okay, well, have a good day. And that's like the extent of parenting friendships. Like, okay, I'll go check for lice. Instead of, hey, I'm in my mid-40s and I'm feeling kind of lonely. And are you feeling lonely too? And are you kind of wondering if this is it to life? Because I don't know, I'm kind of going through that. And maybe we can hang out and talk to each other and not just talk about lice and wave at each other in our cars as we drive by. So part of what I have taken as motivation, we have a birthday, by the way, to Suzanne online. It's Suzanne's birthday, so we are very, very, very happy to celebrate. And Gwendolyn, woo! Happy birthday, Gwendolyn. Anybody else have a birthday? Yes. Mary's birthday is tomorrow. Mary! Happy birthday, Mary. I'm so happy for you guys. So here's what I want you to think about tonight, okay? Because this is new moon ritual. We are going to set intentions. I'm not the kind of teacher who's going to tell you what to do. I don't do that. Even when you ask me to tell you what to do, I won't tell you what to do. But it'd be a really good night, an auspicious night to set some intentions around prosperity and progress, because that's what Ganesha and Lakshmi, those are their areas of expertise. They remove obstacles and she brings prosperity and wealth. And so one of the things you could set an intention for tonight is to really let go of some old limiting beliefs and behaviors. Your past, bless you, people are sneezing. Are you allergic to, there's so many thousand things in here you could be allergic to, I'm sorry. I don't even know. Your how you feel about money. Let's just take money as an example because it's easy to think about. Okay, and I'm framing up our work tonight. How you think about money, bless you, usually it doesn't have much to do with you. Usually your relationship to money is conditioned by your parents, who you watched either receive prosperity well or struggle. I watched struggle. I don't know what you saw. I saw struggle. And I saw fighting because money problems cause people to fight. I don't know if you knew that, but when people tell me they're having marital problems, I almost always know what it is. And so a really beautiful intention tonight would be for you to release limiting beliefs around prosperity that come from parents. Sending love to the siren. So in my family, it was immigrants, right? Immigrants always think they're going to lose everything. Like that is just the immigrant mentality. So my parents came here with nothing. They built something. They lost it. It burned down in a fire, and never recovered. And so there's definitely this mindset in my family, and everybody's really open and honest about it. Really scared about money, because if you don't have any education and you really don't have much, a natural disaster can take everything from you and there's nothing left, which is why my parents were really made me go to school, and I'm glad they did. They didn't want me to go as long as I did. They were sort of like, you can be done now. As I was in college for 13 years. I kind of overdid it, but I'm an overachiever, so I stayed as long as I could until they kicked me out. But anyway, so one of the things tonight, my hair is really dark, by the way, somebody was asking, but I just got my hair done yesterday. It's very purple, but it's also very fresh. And so you're not gonna be able to see it but I didn't go normal on you. So don't worry. I'm still a freak. You take me out of the light. I'm a very special freak. Anyway, so tonight the intention could be, I want to release the mindset around money that has been inherited for generations in my family. I'm finally ready to engage in a new relationship with money where it comes easily and freely to me, and I don't have to worry about it, protect it, or struggle for it. How's that for an intention? Okay.
Put that on a t-shirt.
It might be kind of an awkward, weird, long t-shirt, like an I don't have to struggle or whatever down here, but maybe a nice bumper sticker for our cars or something like that, Or, with Ganesha, what I think about a lot of times is we run into the same obstacles over and over and over again in our lives. And it's the definition of insanity, right? Doing the same thing and expecting a different outcome. So one of the things Ganesha, in my experience, can do is identify obstacles that you can't even see. Your blind spots, right? It's like if you knew what your obstacles were, you'd remove them or you'd work harder on them. Sometimes your blind spots are your obstacles and you can't even see what they are. So another really beautiful intention tonight to sort of leave it open is asking Ganesha to come through and remove the obstacles that are unseen to you. And what will happen, because I have done this, is you will see a transformation in your life that you almost can't explain. And there is no explanation other than you granted permission for these forces to work on your behalf. Does that make sense? Okay. So that's what we're doing tonight. So all you need for tonight, if you have these things, it'd be really nice if you had a candle. I have my new moon candle. I have my little Diwali tea lights too. I did a little fun setup for myself. I have Diwali perfume. I have Nova Luna perfume, which is a new moon perfume, a dark moon perfume. Any of your intention setting tools, manifestation tools. Ganesha perfume would be great. Lakshmi perfume would be great. Anybody else have anything else that I didn't mention? Labradorite is very important. Patchouli. What was that? Rainbow moonstone for sure, right? You can definitely use that at the full moon or at the new moon. You're fine. Any kind of moonstone always works. Absolutely. Okay. So, do you guys have any questions before we get started? I love that kind of. Money is energy. Use it well. That's right. Money is energy. Use it well. Okay. I will tell you what I have noticed about money, what I have learned about money from an immigrant upbringing and from working with clients for 7 years in this capacity is if you're worried about money, it's not coming to you. Your fear blocks it because money is just energy. So the minute you start thinking more isn't coming or, you're not going to be able to find it, you're not worthy of it, it just stops. And the minute and so that's one of the reasons I always tell people it's counterintuitive, but make a donation. You want to know how to create prosperity in your life? Give some of it away and do it fearlessly. And I had a coach once who said, I didn't really love what she taught me, but the one thing that sort of stuck with me, because I think teachers come along and sometimes they only teach you one thing that you really use later on. And this is the one thing that she taught me was if you can't give it freely, don't give it. So what I would say is tonight would be really beautiful. Puerto Rico's in a state of absolute and desperate emergency. And I don't know if you feel it, but as an empath, I feel it every day. We've made multiple donations through Sage Goddess to different organizations. If you want to know a place to start, like I would send $5 off to a reputable organization that's going to send your funds to Puerto Rico. And that $5, or send $1. Can you imagine if everybody in the United States sent $1? I mean, $1 is a big deal. Yeah. Send $1 tonight. Even if you already donated, do it tonight because it's a gesture. Or pick an organization. I don't care where you donate. Puerto Rico's on my mind and my heart because I can feel it, but there are lots of places in the world where your donations are needed. And so pick an organization that matters to you, send $1. And as you send it with the biggest, most loving, open heart, and do it before midnight tonight. Like, that would be my recommendation. If everybody did that in this room, I promise you that just creates this flow. And it may not even make any sense to you. I don't know how to explain to you that when you donate $1, that $1 is coming right back to you as fast as it possibly can. I don't know how to explain that to you. But your generosity is always met with generosity. And you may not get that $1 back, but I guarantee you, you're going to get love that's worth $1,000 back, gratitude that's worth $1 million back. Something will happen to you to replace that $1, I promise. And if you can't do $1, honestly, some of these organizations send 50 cents. Again, can you imagine if everybody sent 50 cents to Puerto Rico tonight? So do that, and do it as a gesture of faith, and quietly pray as you send it. You know, may this energy, because that's what you're sending. You're not sending money, you're sending energy. May this energy be used for the highest good of all. Amen, aho, and so it is. And then just sit there. I love that. Annie says, I tip $10 on a $5 item. One of the things I do, my favorite thing to do, and I've told you this before, but my kids used to think I was crazy, and now they ask to do it, is I buy people's meals when I'm at a restaurant. So I use my non-writing hand, because that's the hand I can sense energy with. And I sort of go around. My kids know when I'm doing it too, because I'm trying to figure out which table needs it. And then I find out the number of the table and just have the hostess add their bill to my bill. And I try to pick tables where they're at the same point in their meal that I am, so that they won't know it's me. I really don't want them to know it's me. I don't even want to see them, because I don't even want to see them have the experience of it. It's not about my ego. It's about just trusting that, you know, I'm feeling called to do this, and where does it need to go? And now my kids used to say, why would you do that? You know, like they can buy their food. They came here, they expected to buy a meal. And then the teaching around that, and my question to them was, how would you feel if somebody that you don't know bought your meal for you? And what I always say is just tell them it wasn't because I thought they needed it. It's because I love them. You know, like somebody bought your meal and they wanted you to know it's not because they thought you needed it. It's just because they love you. You know, like, what would you do? And I know that creates a ripple effect. So I've never seen it happen, but I know in my soul, those people turn around and go, what can I do? How beautiful is that? And it's also fun when those people have kids, because that's a conversation, right? Shouldn't we check out? We don't have to check out, right? So anyway, beautiful. Mary says, I helped a friend pay his disabled mother's rent this month. How gorgeous is that, right? Like, that's just, and you'll find the places and times to give, but the really important thing is open heart with no expectation of return. Never an expectation of return. I think it's the secret to everything, you guys. I really do. And imagine if you did it once a day. You know what I mean? And it doesn't even have to be a monetary thing, right? It can just be once a day. I've been driving next to people and sensed their stress and anxiety, and just sent them as much love and compassion through the cars as I can. And I think that's another way of giving, right? I mean, it doesn't cost you anything. It costs you time and attention. I think you have that to spare for a minute. Okay. So tonight, this is what we do. We celebrate. There are 2 mantras for tonight that we will recite. One is for Ganesha and one is for Lakshmi. And I want you to receive these mantras, because you can use your mala. You know, your mala has 108 beads. You can recite these mantras anytime. Bless you. So if you're ever trying to overcome obstacles, your mantra is Jai Shri Ganesh. Jai Shri Ganesh. Jai Shri Ganesh. Or Ganesha, whatever you prefer. Jai Shri Ganesh. And you can go around your mala, Jai Shri Ganesh, right? When you recite your 108. And then your mantra for Lakshmi is Jai Lakshmi Mata. Jai Lakshmi Mata. Mata means mother. Jai is the prayer, right? And so prayers to Lakshmi, our mother. Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Lakshmi Mata, Jai Shri Ganesh, Jai Shri Ganesh, Jai Shri Ganesh, Jai Shri Ganesh. Does that make sense? Yep. Okay, so those are your mantras for tonight. I love the mantras. Do you like them? It's just a really, and you'll know you've internalized it. Like sometimes I'll catch myself just saying it, like in the morning as I'm getting ready, or I'll turn on Pandora to Diva Pramal's station or Donna Delore. Those are my two favorite Pandora station, by the way, Diva Pramal and Donna Delore. And they both sing the mantras in beautiful ways. Donna Delore does it in more of like a pop kind of, if you like a little bit of bass and a little bit of rhythm, something you can dance to a little bit, then Donna Delore is better. If you want somebody who's a little more serious about it, then Diva Pramal is really good too. But I think once you turn on Pandora or turn on whatever music app that you use and you hear the mantras, it even makes it more powerful and brings it home even more. It's so good. Oh, I'm so glad you guys. Okay. So rolling your shoulders back, just calling yourself into present time. I'm so glad that you're here, that I get to spend this night with you and we get to do this work together. We are going to end right at 7, and I'm going to turn into a pumpkin because I'm going out of town in the morning. And I want to see my babies before they fall asleep. So I will be literally fleeing the building right at 7 p.m., but I have you until 7. So that is our time boundary for tonight. So good. So just smudging, clearing some of the energy, removing any low stuck vibrations, any old patterns of beliefs and behaviors that you need to let go of tonight. And honestly, if you have any of those limiting behaviors or beliefs or thoughts around money, let that be the intention tonight, to let that stuff go. And again, if you're like me and you saw your parents lose everything, I saw them lose everything. And for my dad, I think he was quasi-suicidal for a while, to be honest. I mean, when you're an immigrant and you build a business from the ground up with your bare hands and you lose it and you have kids, I was 17. So immediately that was, you're not going to college. And that's what happened to me. So I immediately got a job. I was supposed to take the SAT the next day. I didn't take it. And our lives fell apart for a minute. But if that hadn't happened, I wouldn't be sitting here with you today. It's like the biggest blessing that ever happened to our family. Everybody was blessed by it, ultimately. But in the moment, can you see that? You sure can't. And so you have to just hold steady to your faith and trust that everything is unfolding exactly as it should in perfect time. And if you don't see the purpose of it now, you will. Okay. Rolling your shoulders back. And so we're just going to open a quick circle tonight, calling in the guardians and gatekeepers of the 4 sacred directions. Guardians of the Eastern Gateway, we call upon you tonight for this beautiful new beginning where we are releasing all obstacles to our progress. And we are releasing all obstacles to our prosperity. And we are asking for blessings of prosperity and wealth in the year ahead. We are asking that every part of our lives be blessed. And so we are holding space for that tonight, for that new beginning. We are letting go of old limiting beliefs tonight. So guardians and gatekeepers of the Eastern Gateway, please help to remind us that this new day means a new perspective and keep us anchored in that new system. So good. So we give thanks for your presence in the circle. Guardians, gatekeepers of the Southern Gateway. It takes courage to let go of these beliefs that have been with us for a long time, maybe hundreds of years, maybe generations. So give us the courage that we need to be able to say, I deserve, I welcome, I receive tonight, especially if that's hard for you to say. That's so beautiful. Far country, I see your comments. So beautiful. And so guardians of the South, we ask for courage. We ask for stamina to keep going, and blessings upon us as we move into this new way of being and relating to prosperity and to progress in our lives. We welcome your service to the circle. Guardians, gatekeepers of the West. Element of water, help us to feel stronger and safer and more secure in our lives as we set these intentions for this new cycle. Help us to connect with the deeper emotions around this and help us to release the fear and anxiety that our grandmothers held, that our grandfathers held, maybe with good reason, but they no longer apply. And so help us to move forward with a new perspective. We welcome your service to the Circle of Guardians and Gatekeepers of the North. We ask for your grounding and your protection as we begin this new cycle. We ask that you bless and stabilize our intentions tonight. And ancestors, we ask that you see us, that you support us, especially as we release some of the karmic lineage and baggage that may have been part of your line. Help us to turn over a new leaf and to stand strong in our faith. And with that, our beautiful circle is open. May the delicate balance of those elements make itself known to you tonight and always. That is my wish for you. And together we say, Amen, Aho, and so it is. So it is. Okay, I'm working with labradorite tonight, my little palm stone. And I'm lighting my new moon candle. We have light. I'm going to light all my tea lights too, because with Diwali, more is more. We need Lakshmi to find her way to us. My little torch, like, basically dissolves my tea lights. I think they'll stand a chance. Woo. Okay. It feels like a little forest fire over there. Okay. And then I'm anointing with Diwali perfume and with my dark moon perfume, which is our intention setting new moon blend. A little bit on my wrist for what I do, a little bit on my third eye for what I know, a little bit on my ankles for where I go. And then dark moon. Okay. So there's no light in the sky tonight, as there rarely is on the night of the new moon. And so our ancestors took this as a sign that they were going to have to trust their own intuition. They weren't going to have the light of the moon to guide them or to see. So they were going to have to use their seeing eye, right? And so this was a night, historically, as it always has been, when we set new intentions for the next cycle. What do we want to experience? And we set those intentions in the darkness because we have to activate our faith now. We don't have any other thing to guide us, any other energy. So tonight, you can set multiple intentions if you want. I usually set a few. You can set just one and put a lot of energy behind it. But I really want you to think tonight, the next 28 days, the next lunar cycle, until the next new moon. What do you want to experience? What is it for you? You know, are you needing more love in that relationship? Are you needing connection to other people? Are you trying to start something new and you're hitting obstacles? And so tonight's the night for you to finally push through those things and see them be released. Your intentions for the new moon always have to be about you. So no intentions for your children. I love you mamas who want to set intentions for your children. Really, it should be about you. And I really push people when they're like, my intention is that my son will be happy forever. And I say, that is so beautiful. What's your intention? He can set that intention. What is your intention? And we as parents sometimes we don't use our children in that way, but we avoid our own spiritual work by making everything about our kids. Have you noticed that? Like, no, but my son needs this and my daughter needs this. And it's like, I understand that. They have their own energy fields, their own spirit guides, and they're walking their own path, and it is entirely guided. You think you're guiding them? They're being guided, okay? So you do you. Be a good parent, but you do you with intention setting. Okay. By the way, if you set intentions and if you build a spiritual practice and if you feel happy and peaceful, what does that do for your children? Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, it's always this thing, right? Like I know in my role that I travel a lot and I work a lot. But I also have the freedom to sort of set my own schedule. But my kids would see me more if I wasn't Sage Goddess, but they wouldn't see me as happy. My kids see me really happy. And the way you know how your kids see you is how they talk about you to other people. Have you noticed that? Like I overheard my son say, I heard somebody say goddess and I was looking, I knew it was my mom. Like the little things that you hear. And so how your kids talk about you to other people is how you actually show up to them. And so you really want to think about, are you showing up happy and authentic and full of life and Are you silly? And are you funny? And do you crack jokes? And or are you always stressed and tense and not smiling? You know what I mean? Like really think about how you're showing up to the world tonight. And set an intention. If you don't like it, change it. You're not a tree. You can move. Okay, so just rolling your shoulders back. So tonight, this is an interesting new moon because we really are working with Lakshmi and Ganesh. This is their night. And so one of the things I want to suggest to you is I really want us to imagine that we are entering the sacred temple tonight to encounter them and to receive the energy. So many people tonight around the world are celebrating Diwali. There are so many candles lit tonight in so many homes in many different countries and places around the world. We're just plugging in to that matrix tonight. So I want you to imagine tonight as you roll your shoulders back and close your eyes and take a nice deep breath, what it would be like for you to be in India tonight. And, bare feet on those cold stone stairs as you walk toward the temple. And seeing everyone dancing and singing and the beautiful prayers playing in the background. I posted a little video, by the way, too, if you wanted to hear what those prayers sound like. They're beautiful. But you would see that heartful celebration of life and possibility and the human spirit and how much the human spirit survives and thrives no matter what the circumstances are. Remembering that India is one of the most ancient cultures on the planet. When I take you through the year of magic next year, India will be one of our stops, and it is one of the first because it is one of the oldest. And so we definitely have a reverent bow toward that pantheon. So I want you to imagine entering that temple tonight, adorned in all of your beautiful gold and bangles and jewelry, and maybe you've got beautiful ceremonial jewelry on, and you have all of your markings and your adornment. I want you to imagine ascending those beautiful stone steps and walking into the temple and seeing the beautiful statue of Ganesha. And so we stop here first with our beautiful mantra for Ganesha, Jai Shri Ganesha. Jai Shri Ganesha. And so if you have an intention, you don't have to have one, but if you have an intention around progress tonight, letting go of limiting beliefs, letting go, releasing obstacles. Maybe it's that house you've wanted forever, but it just never seemed to happen. Or it was that job that you've interviewed for 3 times, or, getting your child into that school where you really want them to go, or making, a change in your relationship that is possible, but it's like you just can't. And just imagining any of those obstacles just dissolving tonight. And so Ganesha, as we come before you tonight, we ask for your blessing upon our intentions for progress, blessings upon our intentions for wisdom, blessings upon our intentions for creation. So I'm going to use my double terminated wand to call in the energies from above, send them below, call in the energies from below, send them above. And the complete sending and receiving of all of our intentions tonight around progress. And just quietly in your mind, say yours to yourself. My intention is, and finish that sentence. What is your intention around progress tonight? What obstacles need to be removed? What conditions need to shift? Bless you. How does your mindset need to shift? How do your beliefs need to shift in order for you to manifest what you're trying to create tonight? And Ganesha, we thank you for your prayers and blessings upon our intentions tonight. We are so grateful for your guidance and your wisdom. On this holy of holiest nights, when we celebrate the return of light and the triumph of good over evil, we give thanks. Amen, and so it is. And then, Lakshmi. Intentions for prosperity, whatever your intentions are for prosperity, for wealth, tonight, bless you. Remembering that money is an energy. And so if it's flowing easily to you, you're in flow. If you're struggling, it's because there's a block. And so you can do lots of work around that with chakras, for example, making sure the energy is flowing cleanly and clearly through your energy centers. But money is an energy. And so if it's coming, you're in flow. And if it's not, you're not. So tonight our mantra is Jai Lakshmi Mata. Jai Lakshmi Mata. Lakshmi, Mother Goddess of prosperity and abundance, we welcome you into our space. We have lit the candles tonight in honor of you, to light your pathway back to our homes, to our sacred spaces, to our temples, to our shrines, to our art studios, and to our, to our places where we birth creativity in our lives. We welcome you, Lakshmi. We ask that you bring blessings to us easily and cleanly, blessings that truly do bless the whole collective, so that everyone involved in the blessing, and this is really important as you set intentions for prosperity, everybody involved in your prosperity must be blessed. Does that make sense? Yes. Everybody, from the beginning of the transaction to the end. In my world, when I set intentions for prosperity, it's all the way to the mine, right? I want everyone who touches the stones that I bring to you to prosper, from the beginning of that relationship all the way to you receiving it. And so really think through your intentions for prosperity. How do you want everyone in the process to be blessed? It's a powerful thing to think about. And what is your chain, right? When it comes to your prosperity, who's involved and what does it require? And what would it look like for every single person to feel blessed by being in contact with you? What would that look like? So Lakshmi, we come to you with gratitude tonight. If you have an intention around prosperity, just silently to yourself now, speak that intention. Lakshmi, we give thanks for your blessings upon us. We give thanks for the prosperity already on its way. As Ganesh removes the obstacles to our prosperity, we receive. We open our arms to receive all that's coming to us. We acknowledge feelings of worthiness, that we are worthy of prosperity and abundance. No matter what has happened in our line, we let go of limiting beliefs that may come from immigrant backgrounds or trauma or difficult experiences that may have happened to grandparents, great-grandparents, and all the way down the line. We release all of that tonight to become clear, open channels for prosperity and abundance. You can feel it. It's like energetic, like Roto-Rooter. We're just going in there and getting all that stuff out. Boom. It is done. It is done as we release what no longer serves us and as we call in what is ours to receive. May the blessings run high and run low. May they run far and run wide. May everyone who knows us and interacts with us in the process of bringing prosperity to us, may every single person involved also be blessed with prosperity beyond their imaginings. And we give thanks, Lakshmi. Together we say Amen, Aho, and so it is. And so it is. All the things tonight. Okay. Now, do most of you have a fire source with you? No? Yeah. So I just want you to imagine that you're holding the candle. You don't actually have to hold it because our room is so packed right now. If I told everybody to go get a candle, I'd have to shut the camera off for a minute. It'd take 50 minutes to come back. So I want you to just imagine that you're holding a candle in front of you, okay? I'm going to hold it to you, but you don't have to actually hold it. It can be a visualization. So the other celebration that Diwali represents is the absolute triumph of light over darkness and our ability to create pockets of light around the world that bless all of us. And so tonight, I want you to imagine calling in endless light to your life. Light in the form of happiness and laughter. Light in the form of peace and well-being. Light in the form of more than enough time to do everything you want to do and enjoy it. Light in the form of rest for your body and your spirit. Light in the form of absolutely zero anxiety in your mind. What else feels like light to you? Freedom? Light in the form of freedom.
Gardening, laughter.
What was the one before?
Gardening.
Gardening. Yeah, absolutely. And laughter. All the laughter all the time.
Good health.
Good health. Light in the form of good health. Perfect health. Health to the place where Every part of your body is comfortable. Where it's just so easy to move and it's so easy to breathe, and oh, your shoulders are relaxed. Oh, your digestive system is just fully functioning, right? And oh, there's no tension headaches. And oh, your legs just feel relaxed. And all the muscles move with ease. One of the things I really want you to learn about intention setting and manifestation is where I just went is really important. Good health is one thing. Claiming and naming what that health looks like down to the minute details, right, is another thing. So it could be carpal tunnel. Maybe your wrist, you want to have complete movement of your wrists and no pain in your joints. I don't know what it is, but for you, you should name it, right? Light in the form of clarity, light in the form of joy and love, self-acceptance. Self-expression, unconditional love. Whoops. What was that? Strength and compassion. Check out the wax on my hand. Happy Diwali, everyone. What was that?
Well-beingness.
Yes, well-being, for sure, all the way.
Healing.
Affection. Compassion. Forgiveness. Selflessness. Beauty. Peace. Self-control. Creativity. Contentment. Happiness with what is. True joy.
Protection.
Crazy joy. Protection. Light in the form of always feeling safe. Can you imagine? So few of us always feel safe. That's light, truly. Light in the form of a rededication of your spiritual practice. Light in the form of recommitment to prayer. Light in the form of silence. These are just sort of some of mine. And light in the form of ease, where nothing is difficult, because you're not asking for more than what is already on its way to you. Ease is the result of not asking for more than what is already on its way to you. If that makes sense. Path showing, anxiety and stress, security and truth, passion. I like passion. I like it. Friendship, companionship, self-love.
The reclaiming of ancient wisdom.
Amen, sister, to that. The reclaiming of ancient wisdom. I don't know if you saw my interview with Maria Menounos this morning, but we were talking about how she and I are both Greek. It's on XM Radio, by the way. It was recorded, so if you missed it, you'll be able to watch the replay. But I was with her this morning, and she's beautiful. If you're with me, Maria, it's good to see you. We were talking about New Moon Ritual tonight, but we were talking about that, the fact that she and I come from matriarchies, where that ancient wisdom, that's in our blood for women to lead, and yet less than 10% of CEOs in the U.S. are women. And so reclaiming all of that power that we women have, it's in our bloodline, but we've forgotten so much. That's light. Determination, stamina, grace, self-realization, absolutely, and self-actualization too, becoming your fullest, highest, most beautiful self. What was that? Highest potential and authenticity too. It's like I am so not interested in seeing your representative. You know what I mean? Like I'm not interested in that at all. I'd rather see you come, dirty and honest than clean and false. Yeah. Sexuality. How about that? Courage. What was that? Anything else around that? Okay. Light in the form of physical affection. One of the things I was thinking about this week too is I really had a mother moment where I stopped and I thought, if I don't hug and kiss and touch my children every day, no one will. Do you ever think about that? We're not a touching society. We don't hug each other. We don't really, I do. I'm a hugger and a cuddler, but we're really not. And so I stopped this week and I thought, gosh, if I went 2 or 3 days without hugging my children, which doesn't really happen, but there may not be other people who go behind me and do that. Their dad and their grandparents, but you know what I mean? So it's like we need to actually stop and make space just to hold each other. Like how important just putting your arm around somebody is, or reaching out and touching their arm when you're talking to them, and how beautiful that can be. Especially women to women, because we don't do that either. It's weird for us sometimes, but we used to. Yeah. Light in the form of self-truth. And Pam says, yes, mine kiss me all the time. As they should. Intimacy, yeah? Okay. And speaking your truth. And appreciating life. We're here for such a short time. So light in the form of absolutely loving this crazy ass life, even when it's hard. Because it's so good too. Okay, are you ready? So I want you to imagine with your virtual candle, if you're not holding one, I want you to imagine as you blow that candle out, and visualization is just as powerful. I want you to imagine sending that intention or intentions up. Okay, it's just like prayers, sending prayers up. You ready? And just know and trust that they are on wings. And then the only work you have to do for the next 28 days, my sweet friends, is just hold the space. When it seems like, when you go to hug your kid, here's how this goes, right? New moon's so great. You're here. Everybody's here. We're doing the thing. And you go home tomorrow and you go to hug your son, and your son like pushes you away and is a jerk. And you're like, forget it. I'm not going to do it anymore. Or, you know, you're like, oh, yes, tonight I'm going to love my husband more deeply. And I'm going to, and then tomorrow he does something you don't like. And you're like, forget it. Because we're human, right? So in the moment, we're all zenned out and we're doing the thing. And then we go home and one thing doesn't go our way. So one of the things I really want to invite you to think about tonight is how you're going to elegantly hold the space for the next 28 days. So that when you put that beautiful affection out in the world and it's not returned, that's still okay, because all you really need is the knowledge that you're doing it and that that's something. Or when somebody that you're setting an intention for does something you don't like, that you don't just go, well, and blow it all away. Or when you're holding space for that prosperity that you know is your birthright, and then you get a call and it didn't quite go the way you wanted it to, and you go, I'm not meant to do this. If I had done that, I wouldn't even be sitting here talking to you. How many different times things didn't go exactly as I wanted them to go? And all I said was, this or something better. This or something better. And thank you, thank you, thank you. And that's really hard to do when stuff isn't going the way you want it to go. But I promise you, if you can do it, your life will change. I really promise you that. Natalie says, it's so true. I'm so shady at keeping intentions. Well, you know what? But we all are. We just don't all admit it. So that's why I'm naming it, because I know what happens. I get the private messages. Oh, yeah, I was there with you last night, and then I went home. And okay. So thank you, thank you, thank you. And it's really important to say thank you when it's hard. It's really easy to say thank you when it's all really good, isn't it? Like, oh, this is so great. Thank you. Thank you. It's when the S is hitting the fan that you have to say, I'm still grateful for that. Because it's leading you. Imagine that night. I stood and watched my parents' restaurant burn down. Right here in Hawthorne. My dad had been a busboy with my uncle. He didn't speak very much English. And the owner of the restaurant came to them and said, I want to retire. And when I look around my restaurant, the only two people here who really work hard are you and your brother. And so I want to sell the restaurant to you, but I know you don't have any money. So I'm going to take a little bit out of every paycheck until you have a down payment. And that's what they did. My dad and my uncle, who were busboys, bought that restaurant. I think it took them years to get a little tiny down payment, and they owned it. And so when we got the call from the fire department, we drove. It took us 20 minutes to get there, and we stood in front of it and watched it burn to the ground. There was only a safe that was left, and the two buildings on either side were intact with not even smoke damage. It was meant just for our restaurant. And I think sometimes you don't want to do the ego thing where you say, well, maybe it happened because I was supposed to do that as my job, and that wasn't supposed to be my job. But I do think that it wasn't right for all of us. It got us from point A to point B, but it wasn't going to get us from point B to point C. Do you know what I mean? And sometimes things become crutches, even businesses, right? So the universe was probably giving them signs that this wasn't what they're supposed to be doing, and they were like, blinders, like, I don't hear you, I don't see you, right? And the universe goes, bye, sorry, bye. So anyway, and Colin says, getting cancer was my house burning down, and now it truly is something better. So anyway, from my heart to yours, if the universe shifts things and moves things, try to still be in a space of gratitude. And I'm not saying that's easy, but I'm saying it's real. It's very powerful. Yeah, my parents are still alive. They still live here. My dad works for me. He makes your perfume samples. That's our deal. I pay his mortgage and he makes my perfume samples. He's very proud. His mother and his grandmother were the main medicine women on the island of Crete, and people sailed for weeks, sometimes months, to reach them, and they made salves and ointments, and they were very well-known medicine women. And so my dad, when he makes the perfume samples, will cry sometimes and say, Your grandma used to do this with the rose petals and the olive oil and hanging and he'll sit there and he makes it and he just will cry. So your perfume sample, you should know, have a really sweet energy. And I've said to him, Dad, like, I want you to really just retire. I really don't need you to make anything. Like, why doesn't somebody else do that? And he's like, no, my dad's an engineer. He actually built this little little thing to fill them. He's like, no, I built a whole little machine. And so that's what he does. And it gives him meaning, and it gives us a connection. And anyway, all as it's meant to be, right? That's sweet. It's a family affair. Okay, so Great Spirit, Lakshmi, Ganesha, all of the spirit guides, ancestors who are with us tonight. We ask for universal blessings upon the intentions that my brothers and sisters have set with me tonight. I ask that every intention that they have set with me in this space, whether they're watching now or will be watching later, I ask that it unfold for them in absolute perfect time, in perfect view, so that they can see it unfolding, and in ways that will remind them that magic is real. And I also love it when it kind of unfolds in front of other people too, because it becomes a beautiful teaching when people get to see you living your dream and knowing that it was a product of your faith. My mom's middle name is Faith, by the way, and I don't think that's a coincidence at all. May your intentions be blessed. May they come to fruition quickly and fully in perfect time and in full alignment with your soul's path and purpose. And together we say, Amen. Okay, with beautifully wax-adorned fingers, I'm going to pick up my candle tray. And first I'm going to blow out my tea lights, I think, with thanks to Lakshmi and thank you to Ganesha for your presence, for letting us celebrate with you tonight. Even though for many of us this is not our pantheon, we feel connected to it. I know that you do, and I do as well. Look at that beautiful little orb situation there. It's like a little heart, doesn't it? Last time it looked like a heart too. Do you see the purple heart right there? I don't know. I'm going to hold it in my hand. There it is. Aww. All right. With so much gratitude, we say thank you. And when you blow that candle out, that's an inhale. And that inhale is, now the work begins. Can you trust? Can you believe? When the universe shows you something contrary to your vision, can you hold the space? When things don't go to plan, can you understand and really trust on a cellular level that everything is unfolding exactly how it's meant to get you right where you need to be safely? Maybe decades from now, right? Maybe decades from now. This was beautiful tonight, you guys. I'm so grateful for you, truly, truly. And to the guardians of the Northern Gateway, thank you for the grounding. Thank you for helping us release limiting behaviors and beliefs that are, for so many of us, tethered in these ancestral, thank you, Hilda, tethered in really old ancestral relationships. And so we thank you for the blessing of your presence and the release tonight. We release you from your service to our circle, guardians and gatekeepers of the Western Gateway. We are in Scorpio's territory now. And so emotions come freely, especially the darker ones, don't you find? We'll talk about that in a couple of weeks. But we are so thankful for the ability to feel and to really sense the deep love and compassion that connects us all tonight across space and time. We release you from your service. Guardians of the Southern Gateway, we keep showing up, and that's the South. The South is you keep showing up. Things get hard, you just keep showing up. You lose your way, you keep showing up. Thank you for reminding us to keep showing up. We release you from your service to the circle this evening. Guardians of the East. This is a new breath. It's a new dawn. It's a new way. It's a new year. We are setting these intentions tonight with Lakshmi and Ganesh, and we will not reset those intentions until next Diwali, next October. So thank you for the chance to reimagine our relationship to prosperity and possibility tonight. We release you with gratitude from your service to our circle. And then if you have your garnets, I'm going to just touch my pyramid for a second, just grounding that energy of our circle down into the very center of the earth. Tonight, sending all that beautiful energy, by the way, because we raised all this prosperity energy tonight, all this creation energy tonight. Let's send that out to everyone, everywhere in the world who needs it. Sending prosperity energies to the entire country of Puerto Rico tonight. My truest, sincerest wish tonight, if I could make set a global intention, is that our brothers and sisters in Puerto Rico would just feel a flood of love and support and resource in every possible way to have every need met in perfect time. So just sending all of that prosperity energy right to that beautiful island. There's lots of connections to Puerto Rico in our community too. Brothers and sisters who have brothers and sisters. So we see you and we're sending that prosperity energy to the entire Gulf Coast, Florida, all the way through to all of our brothers and sisters who sustained damage during those storms. Sending those prosperity energies all the way from Southern California to our brothers and sisters in Napa, Santa Rosa, Sebastopol, the entire northern coast of California, all the way up for the rebuilding of their beautiful homes and wineries and vineyards. And that is sacred land up there. If you've never been, it's sacred. There's quite a few sacred places between, I would say, all the way from San Mateo through Sebastopol. Highly sacred ceremonial grounds. And so just sending all of that prosperity energy, peace, overcoming obstacles. May it be easy to rebuild for everybody. May the resources that they need come in perfect time. May people show up with what they need without even being asked to show up. Anywhere else we want to send energies to? U.S. Virgin Islands, to all of the U.S. and British Virgin Islands, all of them.
Las Vegas.
To Las Vegas, to the families who lost. To Mexico, and everyone who has suffered there with their own set of incredible natural disasters. We see you, Mexico. We are holding the space. Somalia, yes. Oh, Somalia, we see you. We're holding you tonight. Just louder so I can hear you. Sierra Leone. Sending all of this energy directly to you. Mexico, Scotland, Ireland, Portugal. Everywhere with fire. Sending that energy to Montana. They also have had fires and will be rebuilding. I'm just checking the feed because I want to make sure that all of their intentions were also received. To Gaia herself. To India, landslides in India. Colombia. To where?
Venezuela.
Say that one more time. Venezuela, yes. To Cameroon and Yemen. To Houston, Syria, Chile, Asia. To, I love this, for Kenneth Colon Rivera, thank you so much. To world leaders that need to be filled with compassion. And so it is. I would love them also to be filled with wisdom. You know. Are you ready? North Korea.
Yes.
If you can't hold compassion for everyone, you can't hold compassion. That is the challenge, my friends. And everyone needs it. And in fact, the people we think don't need it are the ones who need it the most. To the animals and the plant spirits, all the animals affected.
Native American reservation.
Native American reservation land. Karen said it was a stretch with North Korea. Go with me on the journey, Karen. My heart fills with compassion because there are multiple sides to every story, my friends. When you know you're only hearing one, you have to look for the others. Do you know what I mean about that? Norma, thank you, my sweet friend. To our soldiers, to our men and women who serve this incredible country with bravery, asking for so little and coming home with such heavy hearts. You wouldn't believe how many military are my clients. And they find me because of PTSD. I can't even tell you how many military clients we have. Oh, sweetheart! Oh, sweetheart! Can you come here for me for a minute? Would you? Ah, come to me. Oh, sorry. Okay, come here. I tripped on my dress. Come here. I'm going to give you my seat. Ready? What's your name?
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. Okay, hold on. Can you guys see Rachel okay? Oh, there she is. Say hi, Rachel. Do you see yourself right there? Look how cute she looks. Don't you look cute? Okay. All right, Rachel. What prayers are we sending out today?
To the earth.
To the earth. And what else? To who?
The gods.
To the gods themselves. And to
What did you say when you were sitting over here?
the little ones, yeah?
Yeah.
To all the
Children and the earth.
to all the children and the earth. Isn't she beautiful? We're so proud of you, Rachel. High five. You did that. If Rachel's not busy next month, I might just take a break. Okay, that was awesome. Thank you, Rachel. And thank you, Rachel's mama.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Did we do it? Is that it? I think we're good. I mean, I can't top that. So that was my work is done. Rachel is just a lovely lady who was here with us for our whole ritual tonight. And I think she was here to give you that message. I really do. All right, everybody. Thank you from the bottom of my heart for being here. So here's your homework. You ready? The teacher always wanted to give you homework. If you lived in India tonight, you would go home, as I said, and you would light every light in your house. You would turn them all on. You would light every candle you have, and you would burn incense so that your home smells beautiful. If your home's a mess, you should probably clean it up real quick, stick the kids' stuff in the closet or something. I do that. I don't know if you do that, but I do that. Like toys go in there. Light all the lights and even sleep with the lights on. They do in India. They sleep with all the lights on tonight because Lakshmi comes and you don't know when she's coming. I was saying earlier, she's sort of like Santa Claus for grown-ups. You don't know when she's coming, but you hope that she does, and you hope that she finds you, and you hope that you've been good this year. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And so we have a few things to tell you about. Tumblestone. So we have snowflake obsidian for you as a gift, because that is the ultimate stone of light and shadow integration. So everybody who's here tonight, you're going to come and take a piece when we're done. It's a bowl that's right down there. And then online you say,
Lights.
you say,
Actually, no, that's snowflake.
yeah, snowflake. So if you want a free piece of snowflake obsidian from our beautiful bowl that's been charged during our ritual tonight, just say snowflake and we'll send you a piece of that for free. Is there anything else I should tell you? Oh yeah, the Diwali sale. So yeah, okay. So lights gets you a free tea light, one of these beautiful tea lights, and a full-size bottle of Diwali perfume, which is about a $27 value. So lights, it doesn't matter what you order. You could go in and order a $3 sheet of flash tattoos. You're still going to get $27 worth of perfume and a tea light. It's kind of a cool thing. And then we have a Diwali sale. So code Diwali, I believe, is 18% off. Yeah. Okay. So code Diwali, DIWALI, is 18% off on SageGoddess.com. I know it gets confusing. So do you want to go for the mother load? 18% off with Diwali, and then in your notes you put snowflake. You're going to get a free snowflake obsidian, and you put lights, and you're going to get a free tea light and free perfume. Does that make sense? And that's also here in store.
Yes.
So if you buy anything downstairs, you're also going to get all of that. But so it's for you guys online. And we try to do something special around the big holidays. You're so welcome, you guys. All right, have a beautiful night. I will see you soon. Enjoy your weekend. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of you. Thank you for Rachel. Where's Rachel? Thank you, Rachel. We love you. Diwali blessings, everyone.